Yes, that's
All
all.
right, thanks. Dewayne, good to you had one long touchdown run late in the game tonight. How did you feel about your overall performance?
I felt like throughout spring, the entire quarterback room has developed and grew, and every single guy from me, Ethan Washington, Kel Helms, Dak Mundell coming off injury, and then the two younger guys, Luke and Nehemiah. All those guys have grown mentally and physically, and I thought we've all gotten much better than what we were 14 practices ago.
How do you feel about your position as a leader on the team?
Oh yes, it's always good to lead and inspire. That's my job, especially as a quarterback. It's easy to just be the guy that leads when everything's right. So you want to make sure you're leading consistently, even when things go bad, and keep guys motivated because we're at West Point and it gets a little rough, but you lean on your brothers and you just keep grinding, and you know that end goal of winning in life with West Point and also winning football games is very key.
Says Deshontez. Tell us a little bit about how do you feel you played tonight? You had one sack in the game. Just your overall performance.
Yes, sir. I felt pretty good tonight, but that goes to the practices that we've had this spring. Coach Smith and Coach Woody, the rest of the defensive line room, Jack Latour, Jacob Teote, helping prepare me, get me ready for the plays. I was thankful to make tonight.
What was just key in your preparation this spring?
I'm sorry, sir.
What have you been focusing your preparation on this spring?
I think a big thing for us, getting a new defensive line coach in, we want to make sure we're in our pad level where it's supposed to be, our hands right, footwork, and things like that. And as a defensive line group, we've been focused on that a lot.
Yes, sir. Doing good.
Competition at quarterback. Everybody got their shot. Everybody shared it with them. You guys can have the best one of all. Who do you think who do you think the offense has? You guys bring in the pass that.
Yes, sir. Since last year, Bryson in the O line and those slots and receivers and D backs, they kicked it off very great and steamrolled the entire season. And just building off of that, you just want to come in with a new group of guys, still with the things that we learned and thought about last year, and just implement them in the same way and try to continue that success this year.
How much that
Yes, sir. Bryson was a great quarterback and even a better person, and I learned a lot of things from him. And I just want to implement the things that I've learned throughout my career at West Point. And it's very easy to lead guys that are self motivated, like all of our guys are on the Brotherhood. So I may be the voice, but all those guys are motivating each other, and we all have that same drive and common goal to get the victory at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Like Dewayne said, that transition here for our guys is pretty easy. Everyone's like really their own leader, kind of, and like very motivated to go to work every day. So that helps out a lot.
Yes, sir. I think the offense had a very strong spring game, and also a very strong spring. Throughout all these practices, we've been able to stay consistent and build on what we left off last year, and incorporating the new pieces that we have. Coach Worley and Coach Beatty, they've done a great job of leading us and making sure that we have the right instruction. We go in, watch film, and I feel like each day everybody just has climbed and got better individually, which will make us a much better unit at the end of the day.
Go ahead, Joe, and Jim.
Hey guys, Joe Icono with GBK. Dewayne, first question for you specifically. What do you think you did well tonight, and what do you need to work on going into the offseason?
Yes, sir. I feel like I did a great job of keeping guys motivated. I don't know if you were here, but it got a little rainy, a little cold towards the end of the game, and when the stands aren't packed out and the core is not there to keep us fired up, it's pretty easy to get lost and like make it feel like a practice. I feel like I did a good job of keeping guys high energy, and of course that's pretty easy to do when you come back and put some points on the board like we did. And one thing I want to work on is just staying consistent. My biggest thing is every play, make it a new play and live in that moment instead of thinking about the last play if it was good or bad. So I just want to continue to stay consistent and build that into summertime and then fall camp and then right into the season.
And then some new pieces on the offensive line now. You guys graduated 3 starters from last year's team. How do you think the new players on the O-line are coming together and kind of their first game action tonight?
Yes, sir. Those guys won that Joe Moore Award last year, and that's the most prestigious award there is for O-line. And, like I said before, those guys are going to continue with that same mindset. They call themselves the mob, if you didn't know. They have that mindset to be tenacious and go out there and dominate people each play. And, Brady Small does a great job leading those guys and keeping them motivated. And those guys follow along and motivate each other. And, they take pride in what they do. And it's pretty easy to run behind those guys when they're out there demolishing people.
Deshontez, defensive line had some of the younger guys get a lot of reps tonight, make some plays. Javon Smith had a really good game. There were 4 number of other guys. Talk a little bit about some of the young guys on the defensive line and how they played tonight, in your opinion, what you saw.
No, yes, sir. The younger guys, they do a really good job with coming in with an open mindset, eager to learn, and just get after it when we're out there on practice. And like you've seen today, out there during the spring game, Javon Smith, crazy athlete, did a really good job. Got a sack today. We got some other guys, Nick Bucky's, Matt Jimmy, those guys stepping up for our nose position. They're doing a really good job of working their tails off to make sure they're listening to their coach and getting the fundamentals down pat.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Thank you all.
Yeah, Ethan, tell us a little bit about your not what your performance today. You got a lot of reps in that field.
It felt pretty good, with the weather kept up. It's a little cold, but, going out there, feeling pretty comfortable with my ability to, run the offense here. And I think I went out there and, did pretty well. There's always going to be mistakes left on the field that we can correct off the field. But overall, I feel like my performance wasn't as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah. I feel the offensive line is coming together.
Oh, definitely good. We had a split O-line today, and, with some of the injuries going down, we had some tight ends actually come in and play tackle for us. So, just getting them, reps and getting them used to that offensive line type of deal. I think it was actually pretty good today for them to get that reps.
Big same question. How do you feel running the ball today? Had a bunch of carries.
Hey man, I'm just every time you get an opportunity to go play ball with your best friends, man, it's just it's a great thing. I was really appreciative to go out there and have fun with the boys.
Last year you had a pretty veteran offensive line that well recognized players in front of you. How is it as the players in front of you in the offensive line getting to work after you?
Yeah, I mean it's always next man up. You know what I mean? I mean Coach Vitti and Coach Blackshear, they know exactly what they're doing, exactly what they're working with. Those 2 great coaches, and I think they're gonna get whoever we have prepared for the role. And we got a great guard box. I think whoever ends up playing that tackle position will do a great job.
How do you feel like this approaching the play this way?
Yeah, I'm just excited for whatever comes. You know what I mean? Each snap is a blessing. We got a great group of guys here, and we're just excited to play football together. Yeah, of course. I mean, we got a great group of guys. A lot of young bucks who are just eager to play. Got some veteran guys too. I think it's a great room. We each have our own abilities in certain areas more than others. I think that depth is always just next man up. Every guy's ready to play whenever. It's a good brotherhood in that room too. We're really close. We're just excited. Whatever comes. How the Reds divvy, they divvy.
spring that talk about I would be more as far as during the week, you know, also
Yeah, I mean, through the spring ball, we've all just been getting equal reps, and I think we've all been performing pretty well. So we'll see how that falls come fall camp. I'm not really sure on that yet, but whoever gets the opportunity to play is going to be very excited. And you know, as we rotate in, I think we're just going to have good room.
Yeah, you know, there was some, you know, penalties and then like long distance plays, but as a quarterback, you know, as a team, you know, we're kind of built for those kind of like difficult situations, and you being able to stay calm and still be able to perform under pressure and getting back to where you were. I think we do a really good job of it. And I think we did a good job of it today. You know, we had a long like probably like first and 36, and I believe we converted it. So you know, just having those type of moments where you can still come back and calm yourself and perform at a high level.
Yeah, I mean, we've all just gotten really close together through spring ball. I think we're tight in the group. I was just grateful for the carries I get. You know what I mean? Whatever comes my way, just excited for it. I think we did a pretty good job tonight. A lot to look at. Got to go back to the film, get better as more practices come our way, and we can always improve.
Yeah, the quarterback room is super supportive of each other. You know, we're always excited when another person makes a play, and we're always there to help. You know, if one person makes a mistake or not. You know, the coach is good. Even in the quarterback room and throughout the team, you know, we're always trying to support each other. And if you do make a bad play, you know, it's not like a oh dang, but it's like all right, we're gonna help you get through that play and things like that.
Hey guys, Joe Icano with GBK. Ethan, first question for you. Wasn't able to make it up tonight, but talked with my publisher, Charles Ruiz. He said he looked extremely comfortable in the running and passing game. How much have the extra reps throughout the spring really helped you coming on your plebe season? And how ready do you feel if you are called on to get the start opening night 6 months from now?
Yeah. So I've been blessed to be in the position I am today, and I thank Coach Worley for trusting me, you know, to even put me out there on the field. And he's done a great job of preparing not just me but the entire room to go out there and feel confident and comfortable in any type of situation. Whoever comes out of spring or fall camp with that starting position is going to be the guy, and we should all feel confident in who we are and what we can do, and whoever's going to be that starting guy is going to be the guy.
Awesome. And Jake, what do you think is the kind of, your role, as some of the other guys just mentioned, your roles changed a little bit in the offense versus last year, but still doing some of the same stuff, obviously, at the fullback position. What do you think's the number one thing you were able to work on this spring that will pay dividends in the fall?
Yeah, I think it comes back down to going back to the drawing board and really working on your fundamentals when it comes to pass pro and running the ball, getting in space. I'm just extremely grateful. You know what I mean? I absolutely love going out there and just playing with the guys, and I think we got really good guys, a really good brotherhood we got going here. Whatever comes my way will come.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys.